is it maybe for you a way to give a present to a friend, or when does a friend become an interesting subject to write about?
I mean, that's one of the best ways to write songs, I think, because then you have this purpose of writing the song. So writing songs as presents to friends becomes this way of forgetting that it might be a song that you're going to release later. So I write a lot of my songs directly to friends and just bypass the rest of the crowd, and then usually they turn out better that way because I'm not aware of the fact that they might be heard by other people later on. I'm not as self-conscious when I write that way.
Yeah, when did you figure out that this was a good way for you to because it's an unusual way maybe to write that way?
I've done it as far as I can remember, really. Often I wrote songs for people's birthdays in the past. And now it's maybe a little bit more personal than that, but yeah.
Yeah, because can you maybe describe it? Was there one moment or one time, one example of a song that really struck something in some of your close ones?
Can't think of anything right now, really. No, I mean, the title track of the new record, for example, I wrote for my best friend in Australia, who I was going to get married to be able to get into the country permanently. That was a special song for a special someone.
Were you married to her?
No. Because the thing was that I realized after a while that if I did get married, for that reason, I would never be able to tell the story. I would have to keep my mouth shut forever. And that's kind of hard when you're Jens Lekman to have such a great story and not be able to tell it. So I left the country instead and I wrote the song.
Okay, what was her reaction to it? Or?
She loved it. She was only upset that she didn't get to do the laughter in that song, because there's a little laughter sample that I put in from another friend.
Do you have friends who write songs back to you as in a response?
It's happened a few times. Not maybe friends who are just mostly artist friends in that case. Like Tracey Thorn wrote me a song a few years ago that I was very, very touched by. And that really put its finger on something when I was making this album, because I felt like I was changing and my songs were changing too, and she kind of put her finger on what my old songs were like and what I was moving, not away from, but moving to the side of maybe for a little while.
Can you describe that a little bit? What she described, maybe her...
Well, she sang, she was using me to portray what love is like when you're young and what it's like when you're older. And she was seeing all these friends of hers getting divorced and they had children and everything. And looking to me and my songs as this more young and romantic and naive way of looking at love. And I felt like I was moving between the two at the time. So it was kind of heartbreaking to me. At the same time, it was very interesting at the same time.
In what area of love are you right now in your life?
I'm completely on the side of it, not involved in any sense.